Welcome to the Got Her Back podcast.
Hello, guys. Did we get the denim jacket memo or what?
I did not do this purposely.
Me neither.
I thought that y'all had a memo that I missed.
No, because today, guess what? We're talking about the 90s.
The 90s.
Bitch.
Yeah. Where were you in the 90s? In like elementary school?
Like 95, I would say I'm doing the math, 9 years old.
I was a senior in high school. Whoop.
You and Carly were seniors the same year. I did not know that.
That is so cute. No wonder I like her.
I'm class of 99.
Okay. Look at you two young bucks.
No, I graduated 2005.
Y'all need me to school y'all in the 90s?
Yes.
I had a bag phone in my car. Yeah.
So you were one of those kids.
Yeah. So
like the
my
privileged.
dad, he literally made this phone. It was a flip phone, and it literally had this arm coming out of the middle part, and it was just stuck right there. But I wasn't allowed to use it because it cost too much unless it was an emergency. So I had a pager, and he would page me, and I'd still have to pull over at the payphone and call him back.
Do you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the way that you used to have to call your dad when you were done with track practice. Can you tell everybody? Because it's genius.
So we would come back from track or basketball, whatever. And so how he would know to come to get the school to get me, I'd go to the payphone, and you could call collect, and you wouldn't have to have a quarter. So I'd call collect, and it'd say, "This is a call from Megan." And then
You have a call from, "I'm done with track, come get me."
Oh my God, that reminds me of that commercial,
we had a baby, it's a boy.
we had a baby, it's a boy.
Yeah, so then he would know to come get me, and I would never have to have change. It was the most great thing I ever thought of in my life.
That is genius. Why did I never think of that? Hey, I had a pager though.
Girl.
I know I had a pager in 99.
Did you know how to type in boobies?
Yeah. I didn't know how, but G actually scolded me. He still remembered the code.
You can do I love you, 911, all that. I remember my first pager my dad bought me it was black, and it had one button on it. And I'm like, what in the hell do you do with this?
Did your boyfriend tell you that he had a code for booty call?
No. Girl, no.
Yeah, he did.
What was it?
I can't remember. I'll have to
So
ask.
what was the whole point of pagers anyways? They just, hey, call me?
Yeah, call me. I have something.
we didn't
I have
have
something
cell
I need to
phones.
tell you. So you had to find your landline.
I can't just pull up?
Girl, we didn't have cell phones.
Yeah, well, a lot of time we would just pull up. You know, we pulled up on our friends all the time.
Yeah, drag Main. Girl, we used to ours was Broadway. So in high school, we'd go down, come around, turn around, come back, go through the Taco Bell drive-through, go over here.
So ours was from Sonic to Quick Stop, Sonic to Quick Stops. I was not allowed to go on it.
I wasn't allowed to drive at that age.
No, I would have been grounded if I was caught on it.
I used to stink my dad's car out whenever he was out of town. And then this is what I would do. I would get it down to the minute.
Poor Jerry.
Yeah, because I'd have to make sure that the car was not hot. So I'd get it home and I'd be feeling on the hood oh, is the car still hot? Oh my gosh.
My parents used to check the hood too. Did yours?
Or wouldn't they just check the odometer?
Oh.
Right? That would be smart.
Did y'all ever sneak out of the house?
Maybe they forgot to check the beginning.
I don't know. Well, they could, but no.
Or hit the trip button every time.
I know that this is where we're all going to differ, but I was 90s grunge like Nirvana and all that. And I know that y'all were probably
I was Tupac, Biggie.
Okay. Well, same.
Yeah.
Y'all could
R&B.
guess what I was.
You were hood as
No,
hell.
I was in the 90s. Spice Girls.
What?
Oh,
Yes.
she was
Sporty
little.
Spice.
I was Sporty Spice.
Sporty Spice.
Mm-hmm.
And I lived in Europe during that time, so I remember, here, you guys had, the platforms that were this little. In Europe, it was, boom.
Did you have a pair?
I did.
You did?
Yes, it was made by Dockers. That was the brand.
Dockers?
That was the brand.
Wasn't that jeans?
No, that's
Dockers?
Dickies.
What?
Dockers?
No. Oh, Dockers makes those. Don't they make some pants? Some khaki pants?
Yes.
Yes, they do. They do.
Yes.
No, they do. You don't need to look on your
Well,
phone.
it was,
We're good.
I don't know what brand it was, but I remember it was blue and white, and it was this big, and I remember playing soccer in it during gym class and sprained my ankle. And so they banned it from gym class.
You got everybody
Yeah.
banned. Speaking of jeans, I was at Jnco's.
Oh, Jnco.
Gerbeau jeans were in back
Girbaud
then.
jeans.
Gerbeau. Yeah.
No, I was
What
a
were
Jnco.
yours?
Jnco.
Jnco.
No, I never had those.
And they were always wet at the bottom
They were
because they would just
dragging on the
drag
ground.
on the ground.
I used to always wear, every day I wore a starter jacket to school. Yeah.
Which one did you have?
I had Michigan. Why? I don't know. I had
Why?
I don't
Why
know. I
Michigan?
just, like, I would go
Did
after
you like
the,
a boy that liked Michigan?
No, I liked colors. I would just, like, pick stuff. I had Atlanta Falcons. I had...
I had the Dallas Cowboys.
No, I didn't have the Cowboys. No, I didn't have the Cowboys.
I never had a starter jacket.
Yeah. My sister had the 49ers and I had the Cowboys. I didn't even know football.
You weren't even from here.
I know.
That's
Did y'all have
interesting.
bangs? I had bangs and purple eyeshadow.
I did not have bangs in the 90s.
I had bangs.
I had that Jennifer
Bangs.
Aniston haircut, though. I remember going to the hair salon, and I took a photo of Jennifer Aniston. I was like, I want my haircut
I have
like
to see a
this.
picture of your hair.
I will. It was all like,
feathery,
yes, like
scooped.
yes. I have to find it. I'm gonna post it.
I had that.
Yeah, she was like the hair goddess.
Do you know that I was reading and that's her actually like her least favorite hair of all times? Like she hated that they made her wear it like that, and that's been like everybody's favorite.
That's funny.
I
She
did
was
read
like
that.
everybody dreamt of her hair. It
What
was
about athletes? Like, remember how, like, because, like, now, like, they're wearing, like, crazy shoes. Like, if you look on the courts now, because it's, like, basketball season, you know? Well, it's just ended. But, like, they got yellow shoes on, pink shoes. Back then in the 90s, everything matched. Like, we, like, had, our jerseys were maroon, we had maroon shoes.
Now it's like their
If it was
state-
blue,
it's like
we
their
had
statement
blue. Yeah.
piece.
It
Yeah.
all had to match. In cross country, everything had to match. Everybody had to have the same long sleeve shirt, the same tights.
Kids don't know how to
everything.
match anymore, though.
No.
I feel like
No.
they don't even match their socks.
Jean jackets are back in, though. I mean, those were...
jean skirts are back.
Oh,
in.
yeah. Even
just
the
do
long
not
ones.
bring back. Oh no, they did bring it back, but you will not catch me in low-rise jeans. I can't.
No?
No, my fupa will. You know,
Your fupa will
my
fupa?
fupa will fupa over those low-cut jeans. I need those mom jeans and the
Hey,
high-waisted
You
jeans
need
to
to stop. Give yourself some grace.
suck it
Stop.
all in.
I don't know what she's talking about.
I don't either.
Yo, I have
you
a
don't have
fupa.
You do not have a fupa.
I could turn it like this and make a donut.
Don't we all have?
Oh my gosh.
I like donuts.
Okay, what about going to the fair in a matching flannel shirt with your boyfriend? I did that too in the 90s.
I never ever went to the fair with
I had a boyfriend
until this last fair.
Oh, okay. Well, I had a boyfriend who looked like Tupac in end of high school, my freshman year of college.
He looked like Tupac?
He did. And we'd go, and they were like, Tupac's still alive, because he was dead at that point, you know? And we were at the fair, and we had matching flannel shirts on. What about donating plasma for money?
Gosh, where are these
Girl.
ideas?
Yes.
I did not know about any of this.
She's on fire right
Yeah.
now.
I was too
I was
busy.
in the 90s. I
Hey,
went to high school and college
wait.
in the 90s.
boy bands.
Oh, no. Vanilla Ice was hot in the 90s.
I was
Backstreet
into
Boys all the way.
Rob
Vanilla-
Van Winkle.
Yeah, Robbie Van Winkle. He's going to be at Windstar
I
here
don't even
soon.
know all.
I saw it yesterday.
Are we going?
Maybe we should.
I don't know any of these people.
New
don't
Kids
know
on the
Vanilla
Block.
Ice?
How the heck are we friends?
Ice,
I don't know how-
Ice
I tell you that all the
Baby.
time.
I know that.
That's Robbie Van Winkle.
Do y'all remember the train, the song? You know?
Yeah, of course.
Wait,
Yeah.
sing that.
Come on the train.
Ride that
And
train.
ride that. Come on the Wait! Oh my God!
Yeah.
How was I 9?
How did I just see your light bulb go off like at that moment? I like love that.
And we were dancing to that at school dances.
Yeah, it's not good. Like whenever
Yeah,
I
are you
listen-
gonna let your girls sing "Ride That Train"?
Oh my God!
Choo
I
choo.
thought we were literally on a train.
Wow, Maria. Are you the blonde one?
No, I didn't think of that. Oh, and what about that song "Too Close"? Step back, you're dancing kinda close.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
the
feel
little poke?
a little poke coming.
Yeah.
What
I
about
was dancing to that.
In too deep, back to the hotel. Beat down, brother, check it out. I'm about to go down. Dun, 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 dun. I used to like hit my horn in the car.
Y'all want to know?
yeah,
Did you
that's
guys
all.
ever do talent shows? So one of the songs I sang at a talent show.
Girl, you wouldn't pay me to
No,
get in a
I have no
talent
talent.
show.
Red Light
That's
Special
my
by TLC.
nightmare.
Girl,
Uh-uh.
well, that's another one. Girl, the red light special.
Wait,
the
you
red
did?
light.
They let you do Red
Do you
Light
know-
Special in a
Yes.
school talent
They
show.
did?
What did you sing?
Yes.
Girl, do you know what a red light is?
Yes.
Shame.
Do you have a video of it?
Shame.
I don't know.
Let's call out your high school.
So we did that and Heal the World by Michael Jackson. Two totally opposite.
The nerve. The audacity.
I cannot. No,
Maria Shelton.
I had no idea what that meant.
You didn't know what red light meant.
No.
No, I mean, yeah. I like, seriously, like, I'll be on listening to XM, and I know all the words of all the songs from all the R&B, all the rap. So then I'll start singing it, and then my kids will be in the car, and I'm like, oh, shoot, let's turn that. Like, the words were, like, you know, kind of bad.
Not gonna lie though, it was a great time. The 90s and the early 2000s.
You know what I loved about
I
it
wanna
was
take it back.
there was no social media.
No
Yeah.
no internet. Well, barely internet.
The dial-up. The dial-up. Were you an AIM chatter?
I was. How did my parents even let me be on AIM?
Because they didn't know what it was.
ASL, age, sex, location.
Because they didn't know what it was.
That's
Wait,
how
what
you
are
would
you
type?
talking about?
No, when you get in there,
Those
you
chat
ask
rooms.
people age, sex, location. So you write what age you are, male or female, and where you're at.
And you told people where you were at?
I mean, the city, you know, chat rooms were like
No,
popping
ma'am.
back then.
No, ma'am.
So
What
I don't
about
think I ever got in a chat room.
What about
honestly.
three-way calling? And then when caller ID it came out in the 90s, and you could catch people that had been pranking you, and you would go like *67 people. We used to prank people so bad. We had to.
I was such a good prank caller.
Ryan Witherspoon, if you're listening, I'm so sorry, because me and Angela Castle used to prank call your butt so bad. We would tell him like our cat was on his roof, and we'd like then we'd go over there and TP his house, and then put spoons all
Why
in
did
his
y'all
yard.
target this guy?
He was funny. He thought it was funny. He was a really sweet kid, actually.
what
He
about
was.
friendships and three-way calling, and you don't even know that one
Where you do the
person?
drive-by three-way call and like catch him and like
Talk about like me and Carrie on the phone.
we call Megan.
Then we
Be
call
like,
Megan,
say, girl,
but-
call Megan on three-way
And you won't say
don't tell her
nothing.
that I'm here.
Girl, can I tell you what Carrie said about you the other day? How do you feel about Carrie?
What'd she say?
She said that you were an ignorant little bitch. Witch.
What? I hate that bitch.
Excuse me, what did you say about me?
She
does a little drive-by.
Yes, I
Yes,
used to set
we used to
people
set
up.
people up
all
No
the
one can do that on the
time.
iPhone now, because on the iPhone, when you three-way
It
call
shows
someone,
the
it
two
shows
people.
two people.
Unless
Oh.
Unless you don't know the phone number, but
Right.
it'll show that you're on a call with someone.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So all of these cool features that we had because we were landline kids, like we had the private call, the three-way call, the call forwarding,
Yeah.
all the things. So my son had a crazy, right, for a while.
Yeah.
A
girlfriend.
Ex-girlfriend. She knew all of it. I have no idea how. She was 25. I'm like, this girl is like, she was from our generation, but she figured out that if he blocked her, so he would block her, she would *67 her number and make hers private, and it would still go through.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
Tip for all y'all crazies.
I
out
have
there.
not hit
*67
*67 in so long.
And so she would just private call, but over and over and over and over and over, and like it'll let it go through because it couldn't like pick up her number because it was blocked, so it would like bypass the block.
oh my goodness. I didn't even know people still use *67.
What about your
nowadays.
phone when it showed all the parts, your landline phone, and it showed all, and it lit up when it rang?
It was like
Love that
neon, and
phone.
you could see all the wires.
Did
I
you
had
guys ever
that.
sneak out of the house? So
Oh, I
listen
was
to how I used to
queen.
sneak out of the house. So we had this little like kind of like garden home where me and my dad lived in it, and the driveway was in the back with an alley, and my dad snored so bad. And so I would go and I would come out of my room and I'd run around
This
the
where you
hall.
would do double check, triple check.
Yes, I would go and I'd go to his door. He'd be snoring. So then I'd run and I'd go and then I'd go do the alarm, and it'd go beep to go off, and then I'd run back to see
Make
if he
sure
was
he's
still
still
snoring. Yeah, and then I'd run back and I'd open the first door to the garage, and it'd beep, and then I'd run back to the door to make sure he's still snoring, and then I'd run
You
back.
had a
and-
whole process.
Yes, and I'd go open the last door, which was like the garage door to the outside. And I'd always leave my car like out
Megan,
and not in the garage.
You did, okay, so this is what I did. Mine was real hard too. Open the window, jump out.
You guys
It was
probably
real
didn't have,
complicated.
you guys didn't have alarms, probably no.
Girl, hell hell no.
Well, here's the dumbest thing. My dad never caught me. My sister caught me one time. She came home from college, and I tried to go out the window, and she caught me. And I'm like, oh, my gosh, really?
I got caught almost every single time because I didn't know my mom had insomnia.
Oh.
And I just never knew. Like, she doesn't sleep. I just would give them enough time, think they were asleep, and I would go. And every single time I couldn't come back through my window. I could only jump out my window. So I'd come to the front door and the porch light, boop, always turn on right when I stepped onto the porch.
I used to leave my dad a note, and I left it on the dryer, and it was like, I started my period. I'm going to go get tampons, which was
You're just in case.
Yeah, but it was so dumb because my dad bought me like the huge box from Sam's. He would be like, do you need any more white owls? And
White
so
owls?
He called tampons white owls.
Where did y'all get this name? Is this like the name to make him comfortable?
I don't know. I think it's like from his generation because, he's an older dad. And so he'd always be like, do you need any more white owls? And so if I would have ever got busted, that was the dumbest note ever to leave.
He's like,
he'd
girl,
have been
I just hooked you up at Costco.
like a 100-pack. Like, he knew I didn't need any more
You
white
could just
owls.
say, like, those hurt, Dad. I had to go get something different.
I think I would know. One time, and he did the laundry. One time I had, how about writing notes to your boyfriends or your friends?
Did you used to fold them
Oh,
in like
yeah,
cute
like-
little envelopes?
oh,
I
yeah.
did mine in little hearts.
He found a note in my back
I never
pocket
did
and
that.
read it. And I was like, oh, Dad, that was just a joke.
And
Girl.
did he believe you?
No, he did not.
Do you guys still have your letters? I wish I
I don't
would
have
have kept all
anything,
mine.
girl.
That would've been
Girl,
fun.
so my dad was in the OSBI, which is like he went through the FBI Academy. So
Yeah.
we had these badges on our license plates.
Oh, Jerry wasn't dumb.
Yeah, so then if we got pulled over, we would never get a speeding ticket. Well, one night I was like late for curfew, and I was taking a kid home, and I was zooming through the neighborhood, trying to cut across to take him to his house and then get home. So I get pulled over. That cop, because I had that badge on my thing, and he's like, "What, ma'am, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm late for curfew." And I'm like, I'm going to get in really bad trouble. And he's like, "Well, let's call your dad." Freaking called my dad. And so he's like, "Yeah, I've got your daughter here. She says she's late for curfew." My dad says, "Send her home. I'll take care of it." Well, then I get home, and my dad is sitting like with his arms crossed. This is how he used to sit on the couch with his arms crossed. And I was like, "What?" Like, he called you and told you. He goes, "That cop called me back and said you were in the car with a known drug dealer." And I was like, he is on the basketball team. He is not a drug dealer. But like looking back, maybe he was. I don't know. But yeah, that cop the cop called my dad back. So I got in more trouble for that than just being late for curfew.
Megan hanging out with known drug dealers.
I
I really
know.
was. I was sneaking out. I would like lie to my parents because my parents had went through a divorce, and they did not speak. So I would tell them like, "Oh, I'm staying with this one," or "I'm staying with this one." Or I would lie and say we were gonna go to Six Flags and stay the night, and I would be up here at warehouse party, like underground parties. Like take my car, bust out, leave, be gone all weekend. Nobody ever knew.
Y'all were living your life in the 90s.
I was living my life.
I was just
girl.
bouncing from one house to the other on my bicycle and my rollerblades.
Rollerblades.
Yes.
There you go.
Oh, I used to carry, and this is how you knew where people were because you remember what bike people rode.
Yeah.
And so if all of the bikes are in somebody's house,
You knew who
you
was
knew
over
who
there.
was all there. And if you weren't there, you were like, well, why didn't they invite me? So you just pull up.
Just pull up.
You just pull up, knock on the door. What are they gonna do? Turn you around?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Never
Not
know.
you, because you're cute.
I don't know, but I miss it.
So what did you like? How did you like to dress? Like, what was your vibe?
Tank tops, like the cami straps, tube
Or the
tops
little tube tops?
that I have, like this that I have on now. Jnco jeans. Bell bottoms came back out because I remember I had like this cute little bell bottoms with like flower. Remember the peace sign? That was
What about
out.
the girls that wore the skirts and then they wore the tights like up like what was
Oh,
that movie?
Clueless.
Clueless. The Clueless was in the 90s. You know that
Oh,
whole,
some
like,
thigh highs.
Yeah, thigh highs. Yeah, with like
The platform
chunky,
shoes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Little
I
chunky
didn't ever do
shoes.
that. But
That was cute. I did
my
that.
bestie did. My bestie did. She
Fashion
did
in
that.
the 90s is coming back though. I'm seeing the little scrunchy tube tops. You know what
Banana
I mean?
clips.
Banana clips, butterfly clips, the little snap clips.
Oh, girl. The Murrah building in Oklahoma City. I was sitting in computer class. It was my senior year. computer class, 1995, when the Murrah building got bombed. So that happened when I was in high school too. Yeah, it shook. It was 20. My high school was.
Is that the
20
one
miles.
with the daycare at the bottom?
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
no.
and you know what's so sad is, so our basketball, so we had like 5 kids in our high school that either had like a mom, a dad, an aunt, or like somebody that was related to them die that day. We had a basketball coach. He was like, in college when you have to do like an internship, and so you got like a student coach. So his wife was pregnant, and he was delivering pizzas for extra money, and they didn't never find his body. They assumed that he was like right at the front door when the bomb went off, and she was like 7 or 8 months pregnant. So she ended up like having that baby, like by herself. It was
That's
so
so
sad. I know. So that was sad. I hated when the Murrah ball. Yeah,
I watched a documentary about that actually.
Girl, it shook our high school. We were 20 miles away to the north, and it shook our high school.
That's scary.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
What year was that?
1995.
Your senior year.
Yeah.
95 was that the last time the Cowboys won a Super Bowl?
Have they won a Super Bowl ever? I'm just
In
kidding.
the 90s, the 95, that was when they were hot.
Is that how long it's been?
Yes.
Oh no. Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
Oh wow. That's sad.
Yeah.
They got to get it together.
They get close.
I'm not a Cowboys fan.
Oh,
I don't even
man.
think I'm a football. I mean, I'm a
Oh,
football
I
fan,
am.
but I don't have a.
You
No.
live at football games like literally every weekend. What are you talking about?
No, I love football, but I don't think I have a team that I.
You need to
really
get
cheer.
one.
I used to cheer for the Indianapolis Colts because that's where I'm from,
Yeah.
and then Peyton Manning left, and it's not the same.
It's not the same.
Trent Shelton was there.
I'm just a
Oh,
Trent Shelton
hey,
fan.
there you
yeah,
go.
you're just a.
I'm his private cheerleader.
Are you sure you're married? Are you sure you're married to Trent Shelton?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Are you
Do
sure?
I have to show y'all?
Yes.
I
I heard it was a rumor.
Oh yeah.
I heard
oh
it
my
was a
God.
lie.
So I just found out. So someone messaged me a while back on Facebook and said there are people pretending to be your husband.
What?
Yes,
Oh, they
like
have
I
fake
guess
profiles?
messaging other
Oh.
people,
Trying to get money or something?
Yes, no, like
Scamming them?
catfishing,
Catfishing?
dating
Oh,
people.
dating profiles?
Yes, and so they're like, "Are you guys getting divorced?"
No. No. Not today.
Not today, not tomorrow,
ever.
not ever, till death do us part.
How's the house coming along?
It's going well. It's going well. We're just.
It looks like it's zooming now suddenly. Like,
you'll have to see it.
Yeah,
we need to come
You'll
back.
I would
have
love
to see
to.
it before
Yeah, for
all
sure.
is said and done.
are
but-
we going with cabinets now or no cabinets? Are we
She's
going to put
doing
those
cabinets.
in later?
No, we're doing the cabinets. Yeah, we're doing the cabinets. But
Are we going to
Ooh,
budget cut?
speaking of homes,
No-
do y'all
no
remember the homes in the 90s? Porcelain dolls,
Oh.
the ugly
Cherubs, remember those little cherubs that everybody like
Oh,
collected?
I've got one.
The
that
little
makes me think-
angels.
No, those Beanie Babies.
Oh,
Beanie
my mom
Babies.
still has them. My mom
Beanie
still has
Babies.
them.
Do you know that I had a whole bunch because my cousin, she worked at a flower shop, and so she'd called me when the new shipment would come in.
Do you still
and
have them? Can we look
no,
through 'em?
I set a
My mom does.
Listen,
My mom has
I set
mine.
a card table up on the side of the road and sold all of them. I even had the tie-dye
You
one.
could have made some money.
I did. I made $800, and that was a lot of money back then. I sold all
Girl,
my
we
Beanie
used
Babies.
to collect the Princess Diana bear. Remember
Yeah.
the purple
Uh-huh.
one? We had.
Yeah.
We were
Had all of
traveling.
them.
Beanie Babies, Pogs.
Ooh, Pogs. I was
What was the
into
point of
it.
Pogs?
It was fun, girl. We were like, I was
How do you
like,
play it?
Oh, what about Nintendo? Y'all, I used
Duck
to
Hunt?
No, like just Super Mario
Super
Brothers.
Mario
I could
Brothers.
go
I was
for
into
that.
all
What
of
about
it.
Contra? Back.
Or remember
left.
when
What
you
is
would
that?
take the thing and you had to go.
back.
Oh,
front,
blow
front.
in it and try again.
No. Up, down to get 100 lives. It's like back, forward, up, down.
How do you remember that?
Is that a hack?
Yeah, you get 100 lives. It's like back, forward, up, down.
Yeah.
Select, go. That's it.
How do you still remember that, but you can't remember what you had for lunch yesterday?
Yes, I do. I had a bagel.
No,
I didn't.
you had a soup
Oh.
that you didn't eat.
Oh yeah, I had a soup.
Oh, did you guys
You're
used
right.
to eat at
We were
Pizza
together.
Hut in the 90s?
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
girl.
Oh yeah.
Personal
A
pan
salad
all the
bar.
way.
I loved
Oh my
their
God,
salad
we
bar.
went to the Pizza Hut in Lantana not too long ago, and we thought they were gonna, just for memories.
Nostalgia.
Yeah, we thought
They
they
didn't
were
have a
gonna-
buffet.
No.
Oh, they
Oh.
still have
You
one
gotta
in.
go-
They still have one on the way to Jacksboro.
Yeah,
and
you just gotta go to
Bridgeport.
small
was like-
towns. Yeah.
You got to go to the small town
and
ones.
Sonic. Oh,
We didn't have a Sonic.
girl, we
girl.
did.
No.
So I think that new Swigs that's everywhere, Swig or whatever y'all been there with the drinks.
Your
I think it's like
HTO, yeah,
Sonic.
those are- yeah.
It's
Oh.
like Sonic, like you know how
all
everybody
flavored
puts
drinks.
all the stuff in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the fun, you guys. I love the 90s. Life was so not as complicated.
We had no evidence, no social media. We're living our life, pulling up on people, paging boobs to people.
You're talking about sneaking out and having alarms. My kids can't sneak out. We have footage of everything.
Yes.
We know when the door is open. We know when the windows are open.
Right.
Yeah, but that's probably good. In this day and age, you don't want them sneaking out. Like, just things are a little bit crazier.
Right. Do you think they're actually going to try, though? I'm actually curious. Like, Brian...
We have their location.
No, because
my
kid just came to me and he was like, Mom, like, he was like, I want to go TP. And I'm like, I feel like it's like every kid's rite of passage. And so I'm like, yeah, well, just go like at 2 a.m. So I just told him, like, go at 2 a.m. You know what I mean? So he just came to me. Me and my son, you know, we're tight like that. So
that's how me and Brian always were. Like, I feel
they
like
have footage.
I need to ask him now. Did he ever
that
sneak out?
I'm going to bust them. They put on outfits. So I'm not going to bust them. Yeah, they put on outfits to like hide their identities. Come on now.
Come on, you got to be smart.
Remember Ding Dong Ditching and just like
running?
Ding Dong. Now everyone has
Ring doorbell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like our Facebook group in our neighborhood was just going off when people were doing that. I was like, come on, guys. It's just a doorbell.
Yeah, like let them live their life.
Our neighbors. Kids can't get away with anything.
Yeah,
our girls were doing it, and we all know. We just giggle because it's funny because Maya and her friend did it, and they left Marley just standing right in front.
They didn't leave Marley for evidence on the ring cam just standing there.
And so my neighbor texted me, she's like, I have the funniest video, and I'm about to send it to you because then you hear Marley just, guys.
What about longboarding? Did you guys ever do that, like a skateboard? So this is probably dangerous. And looking back,
Maria's like, her mind is in the gutter today.
Oh, get your mind
We're
out the
talking
gutter.
about pivoting the mic and longboarding.
So this is just like a long skateboard, right? And you would go find a really curvy neighborhood, and you go kind of one that kind of had like downhill, and you would like it was like the best thing to go find the best neighborhoods, right? So you'd start at the top. And you hold on to the back of the bumper.
Wait a second.
Yes.
Remember when you tried to skateboard or electric skateboard
and I flew off
a few years ago, and you flew like half a mile and like ended in the ditch?
I'll tell it in a second. But longboarding, you just like literally you lay down and you like it's like you're luging. You're like, and
you're doing what?
You're like luging. You're like,
what does that mean?
Like you're laying down, like you hold on to the back of the bumper and you get going like 15, 20 miles, I don't know, 20, 25, I don't know how fast we were going.
How are we all still alive?
I don't know. What about trunk riding? Did you ever ride in a trunk where you get in the trunk and then you try to count, like, are you going right, left, and then guess where you're at?
Yeah, we used to do that.
Remember that movie Jawbreaker when you thought about... Oh, God.
No, I don't know what that is.
Oh, yeah. My favorite thing in the 90s was Saved by the Bell.
Oh, yes.
That's like what I think about when I think about the 90s. Like Kelly Kapowski.
I watched Friends. And
what was the main guy's name with the blonde?
Zach.
Oh, Zach. And
Zach.
Screech.
Screech.
Oh.
Yes. That's a classic. Or like Beverly Hills 90210. Did y'all watch all those?
No. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I did
That was
Friends.
90210.
Melrose Place.
I didn't watch that one much, but I did watch 90210.
I was just actually talking to Tristan about this in the car the other day when we would write down the shows we wanted to watch because we didn't have TiVo or DVR or
Yeah.
So I would camp out and literally write down all the time.
And you had to all agree on what you were gonna watch.
Yeah.
Because there was like one TV, so you're all like, and you had to like watch it at the time that it came
and
on.
watch commercials.
Yeah.
And you had VCR. Oh, I got it. Single tapes, man. Cassette tapes. Because we had cassette tapes and you put them in the car. I had a wreck one time and I totaled my car like from the windshield up. Well, they didn't total it, from the windshield up. So I had no car when I turned 16 because my dad let me drive home from the lake. And I was in the car. I was reaching down in the floorboard because my cassette tapes had fell. And I rammed into the back of my dad. And he had a boat behind. And I flipped that boat up and sideways and shoved that boat into the back of the Mercedes. Yeah, not my best day. It totaled my car from the windshield up.
Did you cry?
Yeah, I cried. And then my sister's best friend was in the back of the car because she had a license. My dad lied to the highway patrol, and the highway patrol had to know because I was bawling. And poor I'll just say SR, my sister's best friend. I don't want to bust hers, like she took the blame. We didn't and because it was my dad and he just flashed his badge. We didn't get tickets or anything, but yeah, it was not
Must
good.
be nice to have a cop dad.
I know. I feel
Yeah,
like
it was kind of nice. Like, didn't have to get
I mean,
tickets.
I had Dean.
Yeah.
Builds character.
Yeah, we'll go back to when I flew off the skateboard. Yeah, so during COVID, which was...
All of a sudden, Megan thought she was a skateboarder.
No, it's because Taryn wanted to go skateboarding all the time. I'm like, my fat ass, I did not want to push the skateboard. So I got an electric skateboard and they have a hand brake. Well, my skateboard died and I was way across the street. And so I don't know. I didn't think in my head. So I was at the top of a hill and I thought, I'll just ride it down.
That's the worst thing you could have done.
They're really heavy. They're really heavy. So to pick it up and carry it all the way back home was going to be impossible. So I was like, I'll just ride it down this hill and then it'll at least get me a little bit further, So I started going down the hill and not realizing
picking up speed.
I'm not realizing it's dead. And I'm like, brake. No, it starts screaming. So I'm trying to veer over to dive in the grass and I hit that lip. I hit that lip in front of someone's driveway and flew off and did a flip.
Girl flew. And landed.
Do you have footage?
No.
Wouldn't that be great?
And thank God for my nephew because
she messed herself up.
My son laughed at me. My nephew was like, what do we need? And I'm like, call your uncle to come get me. Yeah, I'd have Darian drive over and come get me. I was dying. It was not good.
You've had a lot of stories where...
Yeah, I know.
That's why he said,
I'm a
how are
mess.
we
That's why every episode I think I go, do you know what this reminds me of? And I pass her the baton because
I know. It's
she
just
has
a
some
mess.
kind of story.
What
Yeah.
other 90s stories do you have?
Man, you don't want to know all my
Is that when you were the mascot?
Yeah, 98, 99. Mm-hmm. State champion.
Oh.
Yeah, girl.
Tuffy the Tiger.
Yeah, girl.
Right here. My favorite
You were
songs,
Tuffy
I
the
told
Tiger?
you, were Diddy and Mace.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Diddy. No Diddy. No Diddy.
Oh, yeah.
No Diddy.
No.
That was fun, you guys. That
He's
brought me.
now in the category of Robert Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, he is. I can't wait till this documentary finally comes out, the
Yeah.
way the R. Kelly one did, because I was.
Yeah, it's not good. This
I
is
just feel like
freaky.
Hollywood, period, is just
it's just amongst-
toxic.
It's terrible. Yeah, because they're just doing terrible things
And
to
it's
people.
I
to get
know all of our
famous.
kids do stuff, like modeling and commercials and influencing stuff like that. It does make you think I don't know that I would ever really want to push that or you know what I mean?
Or just be there the entire time and just make sure that they're with the right
It's
people.
everywhere, guys. Because I was an athlete and in college, at my college, we had I had the looking back and now that I have a daughter, I look at that stuff oh my gosh, even worse. And because it just makes me think I get so scared for Spencer, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But at my college, I had the strength coach, which was over all the football boys. He was married and asked me if I had panties on one time. Yeah, came up the stairs and he was known to hit on all the girls and he would just make passes and see which one would stick. And some girls would,
Did you turn around and say, fuck off?
I was like, what'd you say? And then, after, I stopped working out. I told my coach I didn't want to work out in the training room anymore. I would go to the dungeon. We had this indoor track, and it had, free weights, and so I'd go down there. Well, when he caught wind that I had, basically, said that he had tried to hit on me or whatever, he came to the track and tried to humiliate me. And I was like, you don't know who my dad is. You better leave me alone. But after that, I didn't want to do track anymore because I was humiliated.
And that was, your passion.
Yeah. So my last
That's
year,
crazy.
I just was a
I
regular
feel like that's
student.
never gonna go away.
Yeah,
It's
so this
sad,
stuff is just
but-
everywhere.
Just gotta talk to your
Random.
kids.
But
and-
thankfully, with social media now that we're more aware of situations like that.
Oh yeah, I blasted his ass about 7 years ago. One of the football boys on Facebook had tagged him and something, and I went underneath there, keyboard bandit, and I was like, oh, remember the time you asked me if I had my underwear on? Are you still doing that to students at your new college? Yeah, girl. Sure did. And there was hundreds of comments underneath there, and I tagged him. I was like, gotcha, bitch.
Dang.
Oh, yep, sure did.
Hey,
Gotcha.
no, I thought that was a $10 one or a $5.
No, the
Yeah.
F word, the
Oh,
F-bomb.
okay, gotcha.
F-bomb
Okay.
was.
Well, that was fun.
That was
yeah.
fun.
Not gonna lie, I want to go back. That was fun.
I'd go back.
I'd go back.
Yeah.
I want to hear all of y'all's
Me
90s
too.
stories, what y'all wore, what music you listened to, what trouble y'all got into. everything.
Hit our socials up.
Follow us on Got Our Back Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all the socials. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Give us a thumbs up.